Let's bring up our next speaker, Dr. Robin Jane.
So, tonight I'm going to show you why patriarchy wants to keep you convinced that teen idol music sucks. So, like any good philosophy teacher, I'm going to challenge views that are widely held and widely accepted as true, so that hopefully you leave here tonight pitying the fool that you used to be. So, what is patriarchy? Patriarchy is a system of social organization. It organizes society in terms of gender. So it picks two categories, men and women. It decides who goes in which category, and then it positions those categories in relation to one another. And in patriarchy, men are on top. So how does patriarchy work? It works in a lot of ways. Tonight I'm going to talk about one way that theorists call the traffic in women. And traffic here is both literal and metaphoric. So the traffic in women is where men use women as the medium or currency to establish and maintain relations among themselves as men. So to be a trader is what makes you a man, to be a traded object is what makes you a woman, and women can never trade and men can never be traded. So that's important. So here's an example. This is from a Ludacris song, right? My chick bad, my chick hood, my chick do stuff that your chick wish she could. This song is not about his girlfriend. He's telling other men how awesome he is because his girlfriend is awesome, right? So women are just instruments that men use to posture among themselves. Men do get traded, but never as men. They get traded as athletes, as African Americans, as laborers, but it is never their gender as men that is the source of their value in these trades. Right? So in patriarchy, right, where men are on top, men are never traded and women never do the trading. However, there is one place where women do trade men in order to establish relations among themselves as women, and that's teen idol music. So this Brandy and Monica single cover shows this quite well. So Brandy and Monica are playing out their musical rivalry through a supposed rivalry over a boy, right? So the boy is literally between them. So we see this in teen girl fan cultures as well, right? So New Kids on the Block, right, if you're my generation, or the Backstreet Boys, or Justin Bieber, or One Direction's, right, the new thing. This is not about the bands. It's about forging friendships with other girls. So teen idol fan cultures are women-centric environments, right? Girls forging friendships and relationships with other girls, going to shows, making posters, buying swag, right? It's all about friendships among girls. So this is the opposite of patriarchy, right? Where women are using men as the means and medium to transact relations among themselves as women. It's the opposite of patriarchy, right? A woman-centric environment. So why does patriarchy allow this to exist if it's so threatening? Money, right? Patriarchy says, well, we'll let's face it, ourselves, make a lot of money off of this under one condition. And what is that one condition? It's the condition that everyone knows because it's obvious that teen idol music sucks, right? So patriarchy is interested in perpetuating the view that teen idol music is the lowest, least valuable, most awful form of cultural production anyone can ever think of, right? So there's this commonly held view that everybody seems to have that teen idol music is obviously horrible, right? Only dumb people like teen idol bands, right? Like Justin Bieber, right? It's just a commonly accepted truth. Which is odd, because if you look at teen idol music from the perspective of music theory, it's actually, as music, very well composed. Justin Bieber is a great singer. The Beatles and jazz, things that we now hold as canonically good, were once derided as teen idol music, right? So if the judgment of badness has nothing to do with the factual elements of music itself, right, like a music theorist would say, what's that judgment of badness really about? It's about power, right? Because teen idol music is so threatening to patriarchy because this is a woman-centric or girl-centric environment. As Bikini Kill said in the 90s, this is revolution girl style now. So in order to quash that revolution, patriarchy has to convince you that it's bad. So if you think you're so cool because you realize that teen idol music sucks and you're not duped by the man, if you hate Justin Bieber or One Direction, patriarchy wins, right? You're not doing the opposite of what pop culture wants you to do. You're doing exactly what the man wants you to do, okay? So, if you respect girls, if you think girls aren't idiots, then maybe perhaps you should reassess your view of teen idol music, because teen idol music, again, that's a world that girls run. And patriarchy finds that really threatening, so it wants to keep you convinced with a wrong idea about girls and about teen idol music. Thanks.